Hey, I'm Dave,
And I'm Mike.
and we're the NF Geeks.
And this is our Valentine's Day special.
All right.
That's right. It's been nothing but a love fest,
Oh, yes.
hasn't it? And now this episode, Dave, is going to be, I think, the most important of all, because for this episode, we're going to talk about our actual loving relationships, our actual romantic past adventures and misadventures. I certainly have had many of those. In my life, and how it is to be an NF experiencing romance.
Yeah.
Both in its highs, which NF highs, which are very high, and lows, and they're NF lows, and they are low.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing more depressing than NF sadness and love. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Dave, let me ask you this: what has been a pattern that you've seen in any of the relationships you've had, dating or either dating or more serious, or any of the things that have happened to you romantically? What are some of the patterns you've seen for you personally?
Well, what do you mean by patterns?
Okay. What are some things that reoccur? What are some things you reoccur? And they could be personality traits, events, outcomes, even locations, places, anything that repeats.
Well, I find they will.
Or things that you repeat.
I repeat.
Yeah.
I always make the list.
Oh, the list.
But I tell you, the few times I ignore the list, it's been very bad.
Okay. Right, and I guess we should acknowledge that INFJs make the list for a reason.
Yes.
And the list is not. It's not that the list is wrong.
No.
It's frustrating when you're on the list.
But let me tell you, when we intuitively know to ignore the list, it turns out great. Like my last relationship with the ESFP. And I should also mention that I've actually been with more SPs than I have NFs. And the SP relationships have been a lot better than being with my other NFs.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Who knew?
I know, right? But, yeah, so... It's, the ESFP, I made the list with her at the beginning, but then I'm just like, I feel good about this one, so I just tossed the list. And it worked out great for, a couple of months, say about 6 or so, and it was fantastic, We had a great time, and it was fun. So, but, a pattern would be that they've all been short, but, man, that's because I've been mostly with SPs, and, ESPs, for the most part, and I think that's where there's the disconnect, because, I'm not always willing to go do things, with complete strangers even, and they're always, like, wanting to do that type of stuff. So I can see how that wouldn't necessarily work out in the end. But it's always been mutual, and I still talk to most of them, so it's always been good. What about you?
Well, one recurring pattern is that I definitely have dated and have had intimate relationships with a lot of INFPs and INFJs. It's almost been a repeating pattern of INFPs and INFJs. That's probably the personality type that shows up the most for me, because I'm attracted to both,
Right.
Both types, and I get both types. And I also think that one of the reasons for that is I definitely indulge in that NF incestuousness that takes place, because as a sensitive male, I do want a female partner who understands my depth, and I feel that the other NFs are the only ones that can do that really effectively, and so I'm a little biased towards that, I think. Also, the other types that are ideal for me, like INTJs and ISTPs, there's very few women in those categories. It's very hard to find, So one repeating pattern then is to gravitate towards INFPs and INFJs a lot. Those show up over and over and over again in my life.
Yeah.
I would also say that another pattern that I recognize as an ENFP, so this is specific for me as an ENFP, and this is something that's sort of classic for ENFPs, and the other ENFPs should get this, is that we're never totally satisfied with the current state of the relationship, ever, ever, no matter what. And we're either in two places. We're either thinking that somewhere out there our true love still waits, and this is a temporary love, and the true love is still out there, okay? Or, and so, you know, we have to dump this person to get to the true love or whatever. And the other one is that we're not, the ENFP is now working hard enough.
Right.
And we have to put in more effort and work harder and change things around, and that even though the relationship isn't where we want it to be, it could be there, but we're not. We got to work hard and make it happen and do more and be more on the ball. And ENFPs, as a corollary to that, another pattern is ENFPs take breakups very hard and see it as their fault. We take a lot of responsibility for the breakup, no matter what side of it we're on, whether we're the dumper or the dumpee.
Yeah.
We carry a lot of guilt around, and I carry around the guilt of breaking up with every woman I've ever had a relationship with, even the ones where I wasn't the main person breaking up. I still carry around that guilt. And I'm talking, and look, I'm 41. I'm talking over 20 years of guilt. I'm talking about like I was still carrying around the guilt of my high school girlfriend, you know, and breaking up with her. I'm still carrying a little that guilt, you know, let alone not calling back women I dated early in January.
Yeah.
which I'm feeling guilt about too. Like I'm carrying it all on my shoulders. You know, you know, absolutely. All right, Dave. In what ways do you think that you, when you're in a romantic relationship, in what ways do you feel that you are loving or being loving that's very NF-like? Or even more specific, INFJ-like?
Well, NF-like, you know, I'm all lovey-dovey. You know, I just, I buy them little trinkets a lot of the time. I remember the last one, the ESFP, I would always buy her, like, flowers. I remember I bought her sunflowers, like a whole bouquet of them. And when she was working, I left them on the windshield, you know, with a little note. And then I bought her this, those, like, things that you squeeze and the eyeballs pop out.
Yeah.
I bought her, like, a cow version of that, and she loved it. You know, she likes those things. But yeah, I will buy them little trinkets, you know, I'll write them poems. And I'll just, like, try to do stuff with them. Mostly, INFJ specific, I'll always try to get one-on-one time with them. Always, you know. I like one-on-one time. I feel I get to know them a lot better, and there's, like, no facade that they're putting on for anyone else, you know, and it's just the attention's towards the both of us, and we can really get to know each other, and I like that a lot, you know. I find that's really cool. That's what I do. I don't know, what would you do? Or what is it that you do?
Well, I'm going to out the fellow ENFPs on this. They may even disagree, but they shouldn't. And that is that, you know, ENFPs are, first of all, ENFPs are easily talked into sex. So make that clear. No, it's true. It's true. It's not with everybody. But if we're in love, if we're and ENFPs fall in love like 10 seconds flat. We fall in love the fastest. We do of all the NF types. It's very quick for us to fall in love.
Right.
You know, we just need to spend 10 minutes with you. We're there. And so if we're in love with you, it does not take a lot to talk us into sexual contact.
Right.
In fact, we're waiting for you. We're pretty much waiting for you to ask, okay, and to get going. That's one thing that's kind of funny about it. And also in relation to that is, I also enjoy the NF sexual experience. And I don't just mean as an NF having a sexual experience, but I mean as an NF having a sexual experience with other NFs. It's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to, please don't tell us that, we understand what it's, I'm sure it's just like it when you two guys have sex, NFs have sex, we understand. No, you don't understand. Are you experiencing pure being? Because that's what it's like when two NFs have sex. Pure being. Okay? It is absolutely mind-blowing. It can't even be described.
It's on another plane of existence.
It's a complete other plane. That the laws of physics have changed. Everything is altered. Time stops.
There's no gravity. You're just floating.
Absolutely. Space disappears. It's absolutely like that. And so it's very easy. So put those two things together. One common experience pattern is that it's very easy for me to fall in love, and very easy to be talked into any kind of sexual escapade with another NF. If I'm into the NF and I'm in love, which is always, it's very easy. Yeah. That's for better and for worse. And look, and that's been a good thing and a wonderful and a beautiful thing, and it's also been a crazy irresponsible thing too. It goes both ways. I don't know if that's true necessarily about the other NFs. I don't think it's true about the NFJs. I think you guys are a little more choosy about your sexual partners.
Yeah. Yeah. I can. Yeah. Like not to say that some people aren't, like the P's aren't, but
No, it's okay. I can take it. I agree. No, say it.
Well, I am choosy.
Yeah.
I mean, I will make the list for nothing.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
it's not because you're bored.
I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, and I try not to brag, and I don't really take this as being bragging rights, but I know there are girls out there that like me right now. And
sure, no.
I don't necessarily do anything about it because I don't necessarily feel strongly, like, or I don't feel like a strong intuitive message saying that I should go into that. I feel like I have to really just feel it in all fronts, like a cosmic force is telling me, yes, you should go into this, and I don't, sexually, even more so, it's just that if I really have to feel, comfortable, and necessarily I really have to feel like in love to do this, it takes a lot I guess not only for me, but for an INFJ to really open yourself up to someone that much.
Sure.
In order, and it does take a lot. It's a journey. It's a journey. It just doesn't happen overnight, But when we do, wonderful things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I've had relationships with INFJs, so I understand that completely.
Yeah.
And a good thing. See, that's why ENFP is. That's why you need to find yourself an ENFP, Dave, because the ENFP could use that judgment. Maybe we shouldn't have sex right now on the bus. Maybe an ENFP could say, "Yeah, okay, I love you. We can wait."
On the bus, Mike. Is this opening up another story?
Well, we're P's. We can have sex anywhere. We're not as judgmental. We could have,
I guess not.
We're more open to the location. We're open to lots of things, different partners, locations,
Not me.
We're open-minded people.
And definitely not the bus.
Well, I wouldn't say I would either,
Unless I was the bus driver, and I could decide where to park the bus, in an isolated area. But then again, people are like, why is the bus on the beach? At night. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a J. What can you expect?
Well, that's why that's what the ENFP needs.
Yeah.
In romance. Now, Dave, it's Valentine's Day, as you know, and we're talking about relationships. And now, do you have a Valentine this year?
No.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's all right.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I mean, there's there's hopeful pursuits out there, and I haven't gotten over a breakup, so I'm not feeling down in burdens. So I'm feeling pretty good about this Valentine's Day. I'm not. I mean, it probably would be great if I was in a relationship and I could do the whole Valentine's thing to somebody, but I'm not feeling down that I don't. I have other pursuits. So, how about you? Would you have a Valentine?
I do have a Valentine.
Yeah.
My Valentine is the doctor.
Yes,
dating a psychologist, and She is my Valentine, at least in my heart.
Aww.
For this year, she is my Valentine.
I'm sure she's more than that, Mike.
Yeah, I'm an ENFP. Of course she is. You know, after the first 5 minutes, that's all it took.
Jesus.
But I have a Valentine, so I'm in good spirits, and so I hope you have a Valentine too.
Yes.
So happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and I hope you're enjoying the love no matter what you're doing and no matter where you are.
Yes. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And take it easy.